Asalam-o-Alikum. In macroeconomics class, we start the IS-LM model. IS means investment saving and LM is the liquidity of money. IS-LM model in economics is also called Hicks-Hansen model. The IS-LM model depicts the relationship between money market and product market. In product market, we will discuss about the IS curve. So IS curve shows the relationship in the product market. All the points on the IS curve shows saving equals to investment and aggregate demand equals to aggregate supply. So there is negative relationship between rate of interest and income. How? Now we will discuss our rate of interest and investment have negative relationship. When rate of interest is low, investment is high. People are more interested to invest at that point. When there is low interest rate, people can easily invest, and when investment is high, the aggregate demand is also high. And when aggregate demand high, income automatically increases. So there is negative relationship between rate of interest and income. Condition of the IS curve. Why is the aggregate demand? Aggregate demand equals to C plus I plus G plus X minus M, where C is the consumption, I is the investment, G is the government expenditure, X is the export, or M is the import. When we talk about two-sector economy, at that time we have consumption plus investment. When we talk about three-sector economy, at that time we included the government expenditure. So C plus I plus G. It is about closed economy. When we talk about four-sector economy, we included foreign sector. So in equation we include C plus I plus G plus X minus M plus X minus M. Export minus import. This is about open economy, because we start the trading sector or the foreign sector in this sector. Slope of the IS curve depend upon 2 points. Number one is the interest elasticity of investment demand. What does it mean? When the interest is changes or interest is high, investment is low. So higher the interest elasticity of demand, flatter will be the IS curve and vice versa. The second one is the size of the multiplier. More the size of the multiplier, flatter will be the IS curve and vice versa. In size of multiplier, when there is change in investment, it will change the output or the income. So the size, more the size of the multiplier, flatter will be the IS curve. In graphical representation, we have interest rate on y-axis, and on x-axis we have income or output. So when interest rate is high at that point, F. When interest rate is high, income is very low, and when at G point, when interest rate is low, or from 3 to 2, when interest rate is low, the income or the output is high. And when the at C point, when interest rate is very low, from 2 to 1, at that point the output is very high, from 2 to 3. So there is negative relationship between rate of interest and the total production or the output or the income. IS curve shift when the autonomous elements changes. जब हम बात करते हैं IS कर्व की तो IS कर्व जो है वो related to the fiscal policy. So when government apply expansionary fiscal policy, at that time the IS curve shift upward, rightward. And when government apply contractionary fiscal policy, at that time the IS curve shift downward. Money market equilibrium is represented by the LM curve. LM curve means liquidity of money. At all points on the LM curve, demand for money equals to the supply of money. We assume that the supply of money is exogenously determined by the bank or the central authority. Money demand is the function of income and rate of interest. Money demand is the function of income and rate of interest. So there is positive relationship between income and rate of interest. When income increases, the demand for money increases. अब जब डिमांड ज्यादा हो जाए मनी की तो लोग क्या करते हैं, बॉन्ड्स को सेल कर देते हैं शेयर मार्केट में और पैसे को अपने हाथ में रखना चाहते हैं. So at that time the prices are low, and when prices of the bonds are low and people sell them, the rate of interest is high at that time because the demand for bond is now very low or very less. So there is positive relationship between income and rate of interest. As we already discussed in the IS curve, there is negative relationship in the rate of interest and income. When rate of interest is high, income is low, and when rate of interest is low, income is high. But in LM curve, there is positive relationship between income and rate of interest. Slope of LM curve depends upon income elasticity of demand for money. More the income elasticity of demand for money, steeper will be the LM curve and vice versa. The second one is the interest elasticity of demand for money. Lesser the interest elasticity of demand for money, steeper the LM curve and vice versa. So there is positive relationship between rate of interest and income in graphical representation. When rate of interest is high, income is also high. So when rate of interest is low, income also change or become very low. So there is a positive relationship between rate of interest and income. LM curve on y-axis we have rate of interest and on x-axis we have income or total production. This is LM curve. When the central authority apply expansionary monetary policy, the LM curve shift downward, and when they apply contractionary monetary policy, the LM curve shift upward. This is all about LM curve. In the next class, we will discuss about the effectiveness of the monetary and expansionary fiscal policy of the ISLM model, inshallah.